Hello guys, Osman over at Peterson BMW of Boise, and today I'm in a 2024 BMW X5 and I'm going to be giving you guys a walkthrough on the new iDrive 8.5 operating system, as well as all the features that you guys need to know. To start out, we're going to go ahead and navigate to the home screen here by just clicking the home button. And you guys will see, compared to the iDrive 8, the iDrive 8.5 operating system looks a little bit different. You guys got your home main screen, which is currently set to the map, as well as a couple little app icons over here on the left. So to start out, going over the app icons, they can be swiped up and down, as well as left and right. Personal Assistant is going to be your first app that pops up. From here, you guys can also hit the Talk to Me button and, navigate through the BMW iDrive, go into a couple settings, as well as roll windows down, turn on heated seats with voice controls. I personally think the microphone button on the steering wheel works a little bit better, but, to each their own. Scrolling down, we'll also see media options here, as well as phones that are connected. My phone isn't currently connected, but if it was, you guys would also see the charge level, and really nice feature, you guys can also connect more than one phone and play music off of whoever you choose. Scrolling down, if it wants to work for me, this next tab is also going to have your media options, and the bottom is going to have your destination input for those that like using the BMW iDrive to navigate. These little widgets can be swiped left and right. Easy access to gas stations, parking, BMW, as well as parks and rest areas. Clicking these three dots, you guys can also navigate to medical care, fuel stations, banks, all that good stuff. Scrolling down one more, you guys also have a little mini app icon of a map. This is only there in case you guys want to change the map from the home screen and have a little map on the side and a different display on the main screen. And I'll show you guys how to do that here in a second. Scrolling down one more, this is personally my favorite. It's going to have your value since last refuel currently, but clicking this little drop down menu button here, you guys can change that to since the start of trip, value since factory, as well as value since individual, which can be reset at any time. Personally, last refuel is my recommendation, just so it refreshes on its own, but if you guys want the most accurate values, since factory is going to be the most accurate. It's going to show you your average miles per gallon, distance driven, so currently on this car there's 31.4 miles driven. And that reset individual button is going to go ahead and reset your individual settings, which will also have a date stamp on when it was last reset. Now moving on how to actually customize the home page. I have the little map over here on the left for reference, but swiping on the right, you guys will see a little bar over here. We'll go ahead and click on it and swipe left. Oh, there we go. You guys will see a couple different information pieces pop up. You guys have your navigation, live vehicle, as well as media. Now with the phone connected and driver profile set up, you guys will also see a weather icon down on the bottom, but I currently don't have my phone connected, so we'll just go ahead and continue with the 3. Clicking on live vehicle, you guys can click on the screen and see around the car, as well as when the car is put into drive and driving, you guys will see this car rolling kind of like it's driving on the road. Next one, and my personal favorite, is going to be media. I like having the media set up here and the map set up on that little app screen, but that media option can also be moved over to the instrument cluster as well as the map. Makes it really nice for, those navigation pieces, as well as with the heads up display, you guys can see through the window, lanes on the road, as well as guidance like turning left, turning right. That's what's really nice about having navigation set up through the BMW compared to, through Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, or some people prefer using Waze. Moving back over to the home menu with the map displayed, the map is also customizable by this little button on the bottom left here. Clicking it, we'll go ahead and give an overhead view, a north view, as well as a direction of travel view. Last little button or slide down is going to be on the top left here, or top right, my apologies. Going ahead and sliding down on that, you guys will see all your shortcuts displayed here. On the previous generation BMWs, you guys are probably used to seeing a number 1 through 8 dial, which you guys would be able to click and navigate over to any of the apps, which are going to be this little 4-box logo here. But they are still here. BMW just integrated it into the screen with a digital display. Again, to get there, it's going to be that little slide down bar on the top right there. And you guys have all of them here. And on the next clip, I'll go ahead and show you guys how to actually assign shortcuts to all these little boxes. Going into the apps menu is going to be clicking this little 4 square or box logo. You guys will see all your apps displayed. Now it looks super confusing. BMW did a great job by splitting it up with the infotainment pieces as well as vehicle settings, which is going to have all your settings to, customize your profile and make it your car. Going into vehicle settings here, say you guys, we'll say displays. Like using displays to adjust your heads-up display, instrument cluster, control display, all that good stuff. Clicking and holding it, let's see. You guys can move it around the screen and kind of personalize your menu here, or clicking and holding down on it, you'll see this pop up to add to shortcuts. We'll go ahead and add it, and you'll see that display was added to shortcut. And now going from the home menu or even the navigation menu, if we swipe down from the top right there, you guys will see displays is always going to be listed there as the first shortcut. Now you guys can add up to 8 shortcuts and kind of move them all around as well too, so it makes it really nice and personalizable. Some people like adding radio stations into the shortcuts, but BMW made it really easy to differentiate between menus and songs. So say Lithium is one of those stations that I love listening to, and I want to add it to, my presets to make it really easy to get to rather than scrolling through all the different Sirius XM stations. We'll go ahead and actually start playing it. So clicking on it, and then Save to Preset is going to be on the right tab here. We'll go ahead and click Save, and now it's saved to my presets. Now how to actually find it is going to be clicking the audio source, and this is going to be accessible from either Sirius XM, which we're currently on, or we'll navigate from the FM radio. Clicking audio source, now you guys can see that presets is one of the pop-ups, as well as Sirius, FM, and AM radio, and your phone, as well as Apple CarPlay or Android Auto if it was connected. Presets is going to have all of those listed there, so you guys can add your Sirius XM stations, mix them up with your FM stations, as well as your AM stations, and they'll all be listed here, and you guys can scroll through those rather than scrolling back and forth between FM and Sirius XM. Now the main concern BMW owners have had are that BMW got rid of all the climate control buttons. Technically they didn't, they're just hidden in digitally in the climate menu. So navigating over to the climate menu here, you guys will see that it kind of looks pretty familiar if you're a previous BMW owner. All these buttons look the same, they're just digital rather than the physical key now. Starting off from left to right, you have your power button, which will turn on or off the climate control functions. Air recirculation button, which you can bring in air from outside, inside, as well as set it to automatic where it does that all on its own. AC button to turn on or off the air conditioning. I'll come back to these two, but you have your max AC button, which will turn the temperature all the way down and turn the fan speed all the way up. And your sync or synchronize button, which having that selected, if I move around the passenger side or the driver's side, the passenger side will go ahead and correspond and move with, as well as the fan speed. So now, back to these two buttons. Currently I'm in the directional menu, which I can go ahead and select, turn off the fan for the window, turn off the fan for the upper body. And these are also personalizable for the driver and passenger if I have sync deselected. So if I'm the driver and I like my upper body and lower body being hit with the fan, I can set it to that, and the passenger can set their own preferences. Let me go ahead and sync it back up. The next one is going to be the auto menu. So clicking auto or automatic programming, you guys honestly 100% recommend leaving it on auto. Makes it super easy. All you have to do is change the temperature like you're at home, and the rest the car will do for you. Makes it super easy. This bar is always going to be set on the bottom on any page. So say we're on the home menu, say we're on media, it's always going to go ahead and display there. Now back at the climate menu, for those of you that like having your remote engine start activated, it'll be under this preconditioning tab in the settings and remote engine start. It does have to be activated, and then 3 clicks of the lock button or the BMW button, which will look, one second, let me go ahead and grab the key, like that. If it'll focus, 3 clicks of that button will go ahead and activate that remote engine start, as well as being accessible through the My BMW app, and you guys can do it straight from there. Last little climate function is going to be your heated seats as well as steering wheel. Personally, I like using the microphone and just having the BMW assistant go ahead and activate and deactivate or turn down, turn up the controls there, but there is also physical buttons which can be accessed right from any screen. So say we're playing music, it gets a little bit chilly outside, we want to turn on the heated seats as well as the steering wheel. We'll go ahead and actually click this little icon right on here on the driver's side. You guys can control your heated seats, heated steering wheel, as well as ventilated if the car comes equipped with it. The passenger side also does have the same functions besides the steering wheel, obviously, but you guys can turn on your heated seats and ventilated seats straight from that button. Like I said, I like using the microphone personally, so I'll go ahead and demonstrate that for you guys as well. All you got to do is either say hello BMW with it set up or click this button. Turn on driver heated seats.
All right, I'm activating the driver's seat heating.
Just like that. It can also be accessible to turn down or turn up, so I'll go ahead and demonstrate that as well. Turn down driver heated seat.
I'm decreasing the intensity of the driver's seat heating.
Just like that. Now there are a ton of other features that are going to be here in the apps menu as well as settings that can get really confusing, and it would be nice to have somebody answer those questions for you, as well as, things like setting up a garage door opener, which are going to be set up with these 3 buttons right on top here. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down on the bottom or give me a call at Peterson BMW of Boise at 208-378-5980. Once again, this was Osman, and thank you for watching.